Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 12th of April 2018. So yesterday in the pound, market higher in the start of the session. You can see the buy-in, there's a bit of profit taking in between. As the market started to move higher, there's a bit of selling, but this was overcome by buying. There's some buying pressure in this bar, huge amount of volume there compared to the previous bar. Buying follows through, and then we see the market coming off the highs, and then profit taking comes in. Then we had a sell signal. The market took a moment or two, but eventually moved down to the scalp. Didn't have much momentum, and then turned around and started to move back to the upside, getting ready for the evening when we had the FOMC minute meetings released at 7 p.m. In the daily charts, you can see that the fibs that we've had drawn in are still a barrier for this market, and again it's important to keep these figures in mind, make a note of them. And again, if the market's going to drive through either of these areas, then you'll need to see an increase in volume. And then of course the market's going to be up against this figure if it does take out the resistance areas here. News today, anything? ECB monetary policy meeting accounts. I don't think they did audits in Europe. Nobody's accountable for anything, but it appears that there's some sort of policy meeting accounts, whatever that is. It's news, but new to me. No idea what that one is. Carney's out at 8 p.m. as well, just as the Dow gets ready to close. So again, not really going to have much of an impact on the market, as that's in the last hour, and really nothing else before that. A couple of Bank of England items out. In the Dow yesterday, market higher, a bit like the pound really. Started off well, a bit of selling there, brought back, and then the weakness came into the market. Market sold off. Then we had a buy signal here. See the market moving higher. Good run there until we got some selling at the psychological level here at 24,350, before the market then switched and went short before we had the FOMC meeting minutes, which is in this area here, and you can see the market's reaction. A bit of a buy signal there, which again up to the scalp, took a moment or two, and then a bit of a sell-off towards the end of the session there. And this signal here is just before the news, not valid. All the others winning trades there for the Dow. And in the daily chart, you can see that we've got an interesting picture developing here. Let me just rearrange this a bit. We have a bit of from an orthodox technical point of view, we've got a bit of a pennant formation going on here. You can see from there, and then from there it's starting to get smaller and smaller, and this means that the market will either break this way or this way. It just depends. Given the backdrop and the resistance around where we are, again you can see that the 76% retracements yesterday were holding the market back. So it's likely we could see some sort of move to the downside, unless, and this is unless, Trump and the UK decide to go in and sort Assad out. The market loves a war. Go back and look at 2003 in a monthly chart, and you'll see what happened when the US and UK went to war with Iraq. It was a catalyst for the market to move to the upside. So you've got to be careful of that, given that we are starting to see a bearish market here. and just be warned that if that does come off, then you will see a bounce in the market, because war is good, it's profit as far as the elite are concerned, and of course they're in control of the markets as well. In the implied volatility, this was down yesterday actually, 21.92, 18.79, seems to have pulled back a bit yesterday, probably because the FOMC minutes are now out of the way there. And in Bitcoin, daily chart here of Bitcoin, this is my own chart, we can see that this market is really quiet. Yesterday the market trying to move to the upside there, and it struggled with these two fibs here. Let me just drag this one out of the way a bit so you can see what the price is. So you've got this one in particular, 7,039. Market's below the 7,000 at the moment, 6,929. But in order to move higher, it's got to get through the 20-day average, and then it's got a trend line as well in there that goes back a long way in this market. So we'll see, but again, it'd be nice to see this market have a decent shakeout. It hasn't had one. Markets don't go up without. They have a really good shakeout, and then some buying comes in support, finds its feet, and then goes off. So again, even if we get a bit of a move up here, to me it's going to be a dead cat bounce in the short term there. Right, that will do it for this one. If there's anything else I can think of, I'll let you know. Other than that, keep in mind and keep an eye on the US and UK as they try and make a decision on whether they're going to go into Syria or not, because if you're short in the market, you will see that turn around and move to the upside sharply. Right, that's it. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.